Hello and welcome to today's NetBeez live demo. Today we'll talk about the Cisco Cat9k integration via the application hosting framework. And another thing that I'm announcing is that next week will be a Cisco Live US in San Diego. From the 9th till the 13th of June. And we'll also showcase some of this content at the Tech Field Day event on Tuesday. So stay tuned. And if you're going to Cisco Live or you're just in front of your computer next Tuesday, you can also see us stream live at Tech Field Day. But let's talk more about this integration. So the application hosting is a way for Cisco to host a third-party application on their devices. This is based on the iOS XE operating system, which will be always more, will get adopted by different Cisco product lines. But really the Cisco Cat9k series switches is one of the first devices to really run this app hosting environment. So really exciting because NetBeez has worked extensively with the Cisco team to make sure that we could release this new integration, which is based on actually Docker. So while the previous version was using the native container or KVM, this new integration will really use the power of container, which are more lightweight and more flexible. So really looking forward to that. We were able, of course, to release the NetBeez agent on Cisco, also thanks to our NetBeez DockerBeez that can run not only on Cisco devices, but also on user desktop or Docker infrastructure. So what are the benefits of this integration? Is that firstly, you can rapidly scale the installation and deployment of NetBeez agent on wide area networks. So if you have a lot of remote sites based on Cisco and you wanted to easily, in few clicks, deploy NetBeez agent, you can do so without having to ship hardware appliances. And of course, by having a NetBeez agent on a Cisco Cat9k, in this example, is that you can rely on an integrated service level monitoring that really can give you the end user perspective into your network performance, but also application and network services in general. So we have documented the procedure to make this happen on Cisco iOS XE. Keep in mind that you will need to run iOS version 16.12.1. Which will be soon released, if not already. And of course, you need an SSD 120 gig or larger storage, so you can basically run and store your hosted applications on your Cisco device. I'll show you briefly the procedure, but the end goal is in the end to load the NetBeez container on the Cat9k. So in the procedure that I'll briefly describe next, you'll see that you'll create all the internal elements and resources that are needed to make this happen. So if you want to learn more about how to run this offline, you can go to our documentation, netbeez.zendesk.com, or you can also search on Google NetBeez documentation, you'll get there. Once you get to our online documentation, which is open and public, just search for Cisco Docker or Cisco Catalyst, and you'll find that article. And if you really like what you see and you want to request a demo, just go to our website, netbeez.net/demo, or in the main URL, and then you'll see a request a demo button on the top right. Documentation, you can see that we spell out all the requirements for enabling app hosting and NetBeez on your Cisco Cat9k switch. You'll see the same diagram that I showed you just before. And then here there is the step-by-step installation and configuration of your NetBeez Docker agent on the Catalyst. Everything is fairly thoroughly described. If there is anything, of course, always send us an email or at sales@netbeez.net, or just go on our website and chat with us so we can really assist you with all your needs and questions. With that, I wanted to thank you for your time and remind you next week, NetBeez would be a Cisco Live at booth number 3432. Keep this number in mind, and we'll also be at the Tech Field Day on Tuesday. So if you're familiar with the Tech Field Day, here I have the URL. You can quickly see that we'll be presenting on Tuesday between 8:30 and 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. So thank you for listening and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.